Mooring the small fishing boat in the harbor at Kirkwall, I paused, wondering what sort of reception I would receive. Had I made a mistake in coming here? The last time I visited the Orkney community was almost a year ago, and for vastly different reasons. Knowing how to open the access hatches in the geodesic domes that protected us from infected rain, a raiding party had kidnapped 11 women to enslave, my wife Leigh being among them. In pursuit, but a full day behind, our crew had stopped here briefly and been welcomed. A quick meal, a précis of our mission, 3 volunteers to join us, and we were on our way. I had been in no fit state to communicate on our return voyage when we returned the 6 abducted Orcadian women. Reeling from the violent death of my wife Laetitia at the hands of the raiders and battling a severe infection, I hadn't left the cabin of our vessel. As I slowly entered the village, I could see people watching me from a distance, apprehensive. Knowing that the people here were likely as wary of strangers as the residents in my home community on the Hebridean island of Lewis were, I entered with my hands in front of me, indicating that I held no weapon. Cautiously approaching, I was about to call out a greeting when a tall, shadowy figure spoke inquiringly toward me. "Cam?" "It is," I responded, and looked over to see the male speaker. The afternoon sun was behind him, the glare in my face making me squint. "Will?" I guessed as I stepped farther forward and into the shade of the home's eaves. A wide grin crossed his face as he extended his arm. "How are you, Cam? So good to see you. You recovered all right then?" Grateful for the warm welcome, I smiled. "I'm well, thank you. My profuse thanks to you for the antibiotics and the painkillers. They undoubtedly saved my life." "Our pleasure. And it was a fair price, too. We never got the chance to thank you personally for returning our friends." I heard your wife didn't make it." "No, she didn't." "I'm sorry, man. I can't imagine what that feels like." Hell is what it feels like, I thought with fresh pain piercing my chest, making me want to double over from the stabbing sensation, but said nothing. "Not that we aren't thrilled to see you, Campbell, but I assume you haven't come all this way for a random neighborly call. Is there something we can do for you?" Even after all these years, I still appreciated the direct Scottish approach. There was no beating around the bush with social niceties. People just asked, and you responded. "Out with it, then. I was hoping, if you don't mind, to speak with them, the women that were taken. Is that okay? I just need closure." Will paused, and I waited as he responded haltingly. "I'm not sure, Cam. It has taken them a long time to deal with what happened. I know it has been a year, but they are still struggling with nightmares and flashbacks. Most of them still cannot leave the village. But for you, I will ask, okay?" Realizing that this was the best that I could expect, I nodded in agreement. "You can stay with us. I'll let Liesel know." A small group had gathered, interested in the newcomer. They were watching us apprehensively, but visibly relaxed as they saw Will shake my hand enthusiastically, chatter springing up among them. Will turned to reintroduce me to the community here, and the look of fear broke on many faces as they recognized me. Several people approached to thank me, genuinely appreciative of my role in the rescue, small as my part had been. A small woman stood slightly apart from the group that had gathered. She looked familiar but out of place here. Dark hair tied back in a ponytail, she was tiny, delicate, with features like a bird. Classically beautiful with pale skin and sparkling blue eyes enhanced by her dark lashes and brows. I hadn't seen her the last time I was here, but that was hardly surprising because I was focused on the rescue. Was she one of the rescued women? I had only seen them as they came out of the Brock. Filthy and scared, their hands still tied until Freyja cut their bonds in the daylight. Racking my brain, I couldn't place her. Why do I know her? Realization struck, and I recognized her as the tiny bird-like woman with the booming voice from the briefing session in Melbourne. Military Budgie. What the bloody hell is she doing on Orkney? Then again, I realized in the next instant, the same thing could be asked of me. Once the crowd had dispersed after Will's introduction, she made her approach forcefully.